One of the biggest problems in the world and in Mexico is poverty, which prevents people can enjoy basic services like education, social security, etc. For that reason exist the Millennium Development Goals, and one of them is eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, which is responsible for eradicating this problem.
Family Landeros. They are a family who lives in extreme conditions. The family is formed by 13 members, but 4 of them are adopted because their parents was died like 4 or 1 year ago. They look like a close-knit family in spite of all that suffering. They can see happy when they share their food. Plus, they always care of each other members of the family. They work almost all the day because they have the minimum salary and they are too much people. Also, some members have diseases which are very expensive. The mother makes tortillas and its dad do any kind of honest work to bring money to home. The kids sometimes go with the father and some of them go to the school. They live in a little home with 3 rooms, a basic kitchen, and a middle bathroom. Also, the area where they live is very cold and insecure.
I'm Estela Landeros Hernandez. I need help to get my nephew's birth certificate because I don't have the resources to get it, and so I can't register in the people insurance. Honestly, I don't have the resources. I have 7 children and 4 other of my brother, and I have to take care of the 11. It's very difficult to me because sometimes we have, but sometimes we don't have enough money. I have a sick child. He has a kidney failure. I would like to support them, but I can't. My nephew wants to go to school, but the director requires him the uniform that costs 1,500 pesos, a computer and a cell phone. The truth is very difficult that he can go to school because I don't have the resources to support him. He wants to study, but unfortunately I don't have the money to support him.
The environment. How is it? The environment is too hostile. They are a lot of children in a dangerous world. They have to protect each other from the community. They also have to stay together because some people want to take the children out of the father of the mother. Area in kilometers. The area is about 485.21 kilometers. It's a small community. It provides home for 7,260 people. How many people live in there? 4,478 habitants, of which 2,197 are men and 2,281 women or children or girls. 2,782 population of San Mateo Tlalchichilpan are adults and 271 are older than 16 years.
Analysis of results of poverty measurement in 2010 allowed pointing out that the population under this condition amount to 46.3%. That is, there were 52.1 million of people living with at least one social deprivation who had insufficient income to acquire the basic basket. The total amount of poor people, 46.3% in 2010, is comprising of 11.4% of people living in extreme poverty and 34.9% of people living in moderate poverty, which are equivalent to 52.1 million and 39.3 million of people. Present the incidence of extreme poverty in the country with the following states starting out due to their high incidence: Chiapas, Guerrero, Puebla, Oaxaca, Veracruz, and San Luis Potosí.
Hello, I am Felipe de Jesus and I am with the teacher Miguel Angel Ayala, and we are going to have an interview about the poverty. Hi, teacher.
Hi.
What is the poverty?
Well, there's a lot of ways to conceptualizing poverty, but I think that the most appropriated it's by the International Economic Fund that says that poverty is lived with less and $1.25 per day.
Okay. How does poverty affect the population?
Well, I think that in a lot of ways because poverty is a condition that make that you don't have the same opportunities that other groups in your society. A lot of things that we think that they are common or they are like human rights, like for example education, food, have a home. Poverty people don't have it, so they don't have the same opportunities, and for that they don't have the same point of view that the other part of population.
Okay. What do you think is the factor that causes so much poverty in the country?
Well, particularly in Mexico, I think we have two problems. The first problem is the corruption, because make that the economics be desigual. And the second one, I think that it's the public politic, that it's designed to don't stop poverty, just to keep it, because probably the government is good with that. I mean, probably it's more convenient for them.
What are the consequences to society poverty?
Well, as I told you, I think that you don't have the same opportunities, and obviously, this it's going to make your life difficult. You are not going to have the same abilities or the same skills to the life like other people who is not poor.
Okay, and the last question. What do you think is the best way to fight poverty?
Well, I mean, every country it's different, but in Mexico especially, I think that if we have real public politics to make that the poverty stops, it will be a really good thing for us, because I think that our country have the capacity to make or to reduce at least the poverty. Probably we need to clean the system to make real politic public for them, to help them, not to keep it there, just to help them and create more jobs and things like that.
Okay. That's all, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the biggest problems in the world and in Mexico is poverty, which prevents people can enjoy basic services like education, social security, etc. For that reason exist the Millennium Development Goals, and one of them is eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, which is responsible for eradicating this problem.
In conclusion, poverty is a problem that affects many people across the country. An example is Landeros Hernandez family. And like them, people cannot obtain the necessary resources to live a happy life. For this reason, it's important to end with the poverty.